Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Baruch Kodash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Akim, because the earth for doing his work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. So basically, I want to go in this article that caught my attention, and it's kind of funny. Just gonna read the article and then, just gonna go. So the title is, it's from nu.nl, and the title is Netflix removes LGBTI label from series about murderer Jeffrey Dahmer. So I think also that is a good series to watch. But let's just go to the article. Netflix has removed the LGBTI label from the new series Dahmer after complaints. It's about serial killer and cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer. The series was in the menu of Netflix as a tip under the category LHBTIQ plus related films and series because Dahmer and his victims were homosexual. This meant that, for example, viewers of an LGBTQ plus program such as Queer Eye were advised to watch Dahmer as well. Netflix has received a lot of complaints about this in recent days, and that shows you the double standards of these fucking sodomites, because they show you the fucking double standards. So, but that's one comment, I saw one comment about this article. I was like, yeah, that person, he just, straight in the bullseye, basically. We just continue. Netflix has received a lot of complaints about this in recent days. That's why the streaming service has removed the LGBTI label. The series has also been labeled a psychological horror, old crimes and dark. Producer Ryan Murphy's series chronicles the life of serial killer Dahmer, 1960 till 1994, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal. He killed at least 70 men and boys who he mainly picked up in places of entertainment for people from the LGBTIQ plus community. He tortured them, had sex with their bodies after they died, and ate parts of them. You sick bastard. The case gained even more attention when the police did not intervene because neighbors and even an escaped victim were not believed. The series has been the most watched program on a streaming device worldwide in recent days. So you got a lot of comments. So, and this comment I like very much from DPBA. So he said, or she said, so such a label may only be attached if it concern a positive context? Question mark. Yeah, but that's it. Double standards. Homosexuality simply plays a minor role in the whole story surrounding Dahmer and his victims. If you want to classify a content objectivity, it is just part of it. It does not in any way pass judgment on LHBTIQ plus. And that dude is right, because that's the thing. So they start complaining because they put the flag on it, the sodomite flag on it, and then they start complaining because it's not a positive way of showing the sodomy. But sodomy is it ain't positive in no way. It ain't positive in all way. These so-called gay men, they a bunch of rapists anyway. They rape little children, little boys. They do it. Sooner or later, they get caught. They all get caught with child pornography and stuff. So, it's fucking bollocks, man. These Edomites, man, you can see that this wicked piece of shit is in rulership. And this queendom is so fucking wicked, So all this wickedness being promoted. So even these sodomy, these sodomites, these LGB plus whatever people, they get how you say that, a say in order whether something should be labeled with them or not. It's a lot of stupidness, man. So they, those are the same people that are for abortions. My choice, my body. But concerning the jab, then it's a different thing. Fucking double standards, stupid idiot people, man. So I'm just gonna read a couple of scriptures on it because I was like, man, fucking stupidness, man. This sodomy is a sin. We ain't supposed to do that, man. This shit shouldn't even be promoted. Those people shouldn't even have a stage to speak. These people should supposed to be put to death. Thus said the Bible. This is the book of Leviticus. Let me see, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. So that means that if you find two sodomites together, you're just supposed to put them to death. And it's not a sin to put them to death. It's a righteous thing. Thus said the Bible. Nevertheless, we are under the rules of Esau, so we ain't supposed to do that right now. All we can do is show it and pinpoint it and show to the people there's some wickedness going on. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Show the people the ways of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And show them the ways that they ain't supposed to walk in. And that's the way of this wicked piece of shit. So-called white people. The Edomites. So let me see. What do I got here? So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9. They show off their countenance, thus witness the show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. So the city Sodom and its neighbor cities, they were I said it, destroyed by fire by the Most High for example for people to take from, to never to do that again. But what did the people do? Yeah, of course they follow after. The story's gonna tell it. They're gonna read it in a moment. When this so-called white people came in power, then all this wickedness started. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9. The show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have reward evil unto themselves. Yeah. And woe is lamentation, horrible times, and those times are about to come. Just watch the news and see what's going on in the world. North Korea with South Korea, North Korea shooting some missiles, China with Taiwan, having war games next to Taiwan, basically closing, boxing them in, Ukraine with Russia, so there's a lot of stuff going on, people fighting against the governments, even here in Holland, man. So the king went somewhere to open some part of a hospital or something. People were yelling at them. They also did it recently, like two more events that they had. People were standing there and calling him calling him a traitor. Yeah, man. So yeah, let me see. Let me jump into the book of Maccabees, because that shows you when Alexander the Creep, the Great as they call him, when Alexander the Creep came in power, that's also the time, when this wickedness started, because these Edomites, they are created to be filthy beasts, man. There's no way that they can do something good. Matter of fact, let me jump to the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So, if you got a leopard or an Ethiopian who got a dark skin, can he make himself white? Yeah, you will say by bleaching, but that's not, like instantly doing it, or a leopard who is known by his spots, can he change his spots? No, it's not possible. So are those who are created to do evil. They will do evil until they die. And these so-called white people, they will do their wickedness until they're gonna be exterminated. After 1,000 years of slavery, you're gonna get them all together and burn them up. They're gonna be exterminated. After 1,000 years, there not gonna be any so-called white people walking around in the kingdom of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Ain't gonna happen. The other heathens, they're gonna get their countries back, but they're gonna be under the children of Israel. The kingdom of Yahweh Basham Yahushai is gonna last forever and forever and even forever, forever and forever. So yeah. Let me see. Let me jump to the book of Hebrews. So this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, and profane means outside the temple. So it's all wickedness. Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Yeah, because back in the days, he asked Jacob. Jacob was making some food. It was not even done yet. He was like, "Oh, I'm dying out there, man. Can I have some food?" And Jacob told him like, "Okay, give me your birthright. You know, the birthright that you get on the firstborn." So he sold it for a little bit of food. You know, no integrity, nothing, man. If you see the so-called white people walking, you already see it, man. Those are people with no integrity, nothing, man. Fucking useless. If you see them, I'm looking at them and like, man, y'all fucking useless, man. Fucking useless. So 1,000 years of slavery for all your heathens, everything. All your heathens, even your so-called white people, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, all your heathens outside of children of Israel, y'all gonna go in hardcore slavery for 1,000 years. The so-called white people, the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, y'all gonna be exterminated. Yeah, that's your future. So let me see. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and let me just start at 1. So it's gonna explain the story of Alexander the Great, as how they call him, and yeah, I'm just gonna read it, and then it's gonna bring me to the point. So this is the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, chapter 1 and 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetim, had smitten Darius, king of Persians and Medes, and he reigned in his instead the first over Greece. So this is the time when the Grecians came in power, and he made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And this dude, Alexander the Great, he died of syphilis because he was having sex with little boys. That's in the spirit of the so-called white people. That's why they pushing this LBGDGD whatever. They be pushing it on everything. You can walk outside, you see stores. They got nothing to do with the sodomy. They got the sodomy flag right there. They're pushing it in your face, man. Everything about sodomy. We had the whole month, Pride Month, this and that. If you watch television, you see commercials, they put sodomy in everything. Even in Holland, you got a commercial from water. I believe the brand is Sourcy, if I'm correct. And I remember, like maybe years ago already, it's water, water to drink. So they got in the commercial, you see two men getting married. What the fuck does that got to do with water, man? You feel me? That's what they do, man. All about wickedness. So back to the book of First Maccabees. chapter 1, and let me see, verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over the countries and nations and kings who became tributors unto him. So he was a great ruler. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. So he got sick, found out that he got syphilis. I don't know if they called it back then that name, but he found out that he was about to die. Whereover he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been true up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So he was, okay, you're gonna have that region, you're gonna have those countries. So he said it, parting the kingdom amongst his servants and the people that he grew up with. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. So he ruled for 12 years. And his servants Bel rule everyone in his place. So they all become rulers. And after his death, they all put on Shalakia. And after his death, they all put crowns upon himself. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So that's my point. As soon as the so-called white people came in power, wickedness started in all kinds of forms. That's why this life that we live in nowadays is fucking worthless. Bullshit. They're playing with the energy. So people be businesses going bankrupt. They're getting crazy bills. Got like a fast food restaurant getting a bill from energy 50,000 euros, which is almost a price if you can buy a house. Is yeah, sometimes it's more than 100,000. But you see that that's you only need to put some money on it, and you are able to buy a house from that money. So that's like a energy bill that they have to pay. So they make it, messing up a lot of stuff. So this is the time, you're gonna see a lot of stores gonna go, so-called mom and dad stores. They are about to go out of business, and you're gonna have these, how you call it? You're gonna have these. Uh, and you're gonna have these big stores which are backed by the government. They probably gonna survive. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. The double standards that they have. So, and these sodomites, they shouldn't have a stage anyway. So they are, because there's still sodomy in that movie. So basically, they have to put that thing on it, but they only want this sodomy thing on it if it's something positive. But this whole sodomy thing is not positive. That's the joke. So yeah. Yeah, man. So I'm going to leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to Akim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and in truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.